Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to share many interesting ways to repurpose the food scraps that are usually tossed away. Most of the time I consume pomegranate seeds whole, but sometimes I take it in juice form. After extracting the juice, instead of throwing away the seeds, they can be reused in our cooking. In fact, even the peel can be reused later. But first, they have to be dried well. And that seems to be an impossible task for me as I live in an apartment with less access to direct sunlight. But a dehydrator can make this impossible task possible. And with this, I'm able to dry both the peels and the seeds quickly without waiting for the summer season. I recently received this dehydrator from the brand Agaro. Let me quickly talk about this product for a minute. This dehydrator comes with a 5 stackable stainless steel trays, and it can effortlessly dry a variety of fruits, herbs and vegetables without losing its nutrients. And it has a digital control panel with which we can adjust the temperature and the timer. And a manual is provided with the rest of the details. Plus they are very compact and less weight, so they can be easily moved around. And you can get this product from Amazon. I have given the link in the description box. If you want, you can check it out. First, I dehydrated some vegetables such as lady's finger, bitter gourd, beetroot, carrot and raw banana. I sliced them as thinly as possible, and I stacked each of them separately in each trays. I made sure that none of the slices overlapped. Then by referring to the manual, I set the temperature and the timer. For the vegetables, the temperature ranges from 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, and the dehydrating time ranges from 6 to 15 hours roughly. It's a 250 watt machine. Let's say I'm using it for 8 hours a day, then it uses 2 units. And the dehydrated vegetables were a hit with my son, especially the bitter gourd and the lady's finger, plus it makes a healthier snack option. Then I made some natural coloring powder using beetroot and carrot, and I mixed it with idli batter to make color idlis. And I made some dried methi leaves, onion powder and garlic powder. I'm looking forward to share a lots of interesting recipes with this dehydrator. And also I can't wait to dehydrate and preserve all the seasonal fruits like strawberries and mangoes in the upcoming season. Now coming back to the video. The pomegranate seed powder is ready by grounding the dehydrated pomo seeds. I used them to marinate chicken and added them to the gravies for tanginess. This can be a great substitute for lemon juice and amchur powder. Then once the pomo peels were ready, I ground them into a powder. To this powder I added some water and made a nice paste. The gritty texture of this paste makes it a natural exfoliant. Just by scrubbing this paste gently to my face helps removing the dead skin cells and makes my skin fresh. Its astringent properties also helps to tighten the skin and minimize the appearance of pores. And my 30 plus old skin will definitely thank me for this. Do you know that we can make our own organic cleaning solution by collecting the citrus fruit peels or waste from our kitchen? Yes, that's right. I have collected and stored the used lemon peels in the freezer. And now to make the bioenzyme, I am going to ferment this first. In a wide mouth plastic container, I am adding all the collected lemon peels along with water and jaggery. I am mixing it well and letting it to rest for 3 months. But with a spoon of yeast, it will be ready in just 3 weeks. Every day for 3 months I will open this and stir it once. This will help to release all the gases that has been formed in this mixture. For easy identification, I am labeling the container with the date of preparation. And I made this one with orange peels. And it is more than 3 months and it is ready to be used. I am filtering and transferring this into another bottle. And just like that, non-toxic homemade bioenzyme cleaner is ready. And trust me, this will save up your money a lot. Before using, I'll dilute this with water. Currently I use this for cleaning greasy kitchen countertop and floor. I'll definitely share more about this and its uses in my future videos. In the same way, we can make apple cider vinegar by collecting apple peels. Once I collect enough amount of peels, I'll post this recipe too in another video. I used to drink ABC juice often, but the thought of discarding the pulp made me feel guilty and so I stopped. But recently I came across this clever idea of reusing the juice pulps to make an interesting recipe, which I'll be sharing in the last segment of this video, so keep watching. 1 year back, I came to know that we can consume the seeds of the snake gourd. I'll be making a poriyal or kuttu with the main part of the vegetable. Then I'll make a tuvel with the seed. And if the seeds are in red color, it's better to not consume. To a spoon of oil, I'm adding some chana dal, red chili and garlic and sauteing till the chana turns golden brown. Then I'm adding the snake gourd seeds and frying till it becomes glossy. And I'm adding a handful of coriander leaves to it. After turning off the flame, I'm sauteing till the coriander is wilted. Once this mixture is cooled down, I'm transferring it to a mixer grinder and adding some salt to taste and a small pea size of tamarind for tanginess and ground it into a coarse paste. This goes well with idli and dosa, but I love eating it with hot rice drizzled with ghee. This is actually a well-known recipe using rich gourd peel for making chutney or tuvel. And it is similar to the previous one, just swap the snake gourd seeds with the rich gourd peel. But I'm going to make some changes here. First, I'm going to wash the peel thoroughly with some salt and vinegar and letting it to soak for 15 minutes. This will remove the dirt present in it, and with the inside part mostly I'll be making stir fry. I have taken a handful of walnuts, 1 bulb garlic. First I'm roasting the walnuts. Then I'm sauteing the garlic with a little bit of oil till it develops some brown spots. To this I'm adding the washed peel. I'm closing the pan and continuing it to cook till the peel becomes soft. And to this I'm adding a handful of coriander leaves along with the roots. Since they are edible, I thought why not include the roots. Anyway, I'm going to grind everything together. Finally, to this I'm adding the roasted walnuts and ground it into a nice paste. Can you guess what I'm going to do with this? Wait for it, you will find out in the end. Usually I'll make use of the cauliflower leaves and stalks along with the florets, but this time I decided to cook the stem as well. First I'm washing the florets, leaves and stalks thoroughly with salt and turmeric. I will let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm removing the leaf part from the stalks. I'll be using these greens and florets in the pulao. And with these stalks and the stem part, I am going to try a recipe which I'll be sharing later in this video. This is how the middle part of the stem looks like, and I'm thinly chopping this like a French fries potato. Certain recipes like pulao, biryani and stew need coconut milk. After extracting the milk, I have tried using the coconut pulp in many ways and failed miserably. I've tried making chutney with it and the taste was very bland. Then I tried adding it to the poriyal, but the poriyal always tasted better with the fresh coconut. So this time I have come up with a different idea. Any guesses? The recipe comes in the last segment. 2 weeks once or at least once a month I will apply egg hair mask. Though the end result will always end up great, the smell that I have to go through is unbearable. And after each wash I have to clean the whole bathroom immediately, otherwise the foul smell will never leave. But I came across this idea of using eggshell powder for hair mask. After collecting 5 to 6 eggshells, I'll wash it thoroughly and I'll let them dry completely before grinding them into a nice powder. Then I'll seed them and grind once again until the powder is super nice. I'm adding this to the flaxseed gel and making a nice paste. But curd works better instead of flaxseed. Then I'll apply this mixture all over my hair from the scalp to the bottom. This eggshell hair mask does the same magic that the egg white does. Now let's see what I did with these leftover food scraps. Actually, I saw this recipe with broccoli stem, but I'm trying this with the cauliflower. To a 2 tablespoons of corn flour, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of onion and garlic powder, chili powder and salt to taste. and I'm adding water to this flour mixture and making a slurry. First I'm dipping the stalks into the slurry, then coating it with the breadcrumbs. Then I'm finally placing all the pieces on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. And I'm spraying some oil. In a 200 degrees Celsius preheated oven, I'm baking this for 20 minutes. The crispy golden cauliflower stalk fries are ready. And I can see this going to be a regular snack for me. Then I made pasta with this pesto sauce that I made using rich gourd peel. Just adding a 2 to 3 dollop of sauce for one serving. Easy green sauce pasta is ready. My son never likes to eat rich gourd chutney with dosa or idli, but he likes it with this pasta. Hence I decided to make pesto with it instead of chutney. Next I am going to make red velvet muffins with the leftover ABC pulp. To make this I have taken the above ingredients. I have taken the dry ingredients separately in a bowl and the wet ingredients separately in another bowl. And then I'll mix both together along with the ABC pulp. Then I'll add this prepared batter to this greased cupcake molds. I'm filling only half of the mold as the batter will rise. Then I'll microwave this for 90 seconds. And this red velvet muffin comes in handy to satisfy my son's sweet tooth. Next, with the coconut pulp, I have decided to make coconut biscuits. First I have sieved the dried ingredients together and I am adding the coconut pulp with the wet ingredients. Then I am mixing both the dry and the wet ingredients together. Then I am kneading it well to form a dough-like consistency. Then I am rolling this dough flat and cutting it into square shape. And with the help of fork I am poking some holes on each piece. I am removing the shapeless outer pieces and I'll roll them again. And then I am placing the biscuits on a baking tray lined with greased parchment paper. I am going to preheat the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Then I am going to bake this for another 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, I'm rotating the parchment paper and baking for another 10 minutes. My son is eagerly waiting for the taste test. If I break the biscuit, the middle part should be dry. Here it is little bit wet, so I am keeping it for another 5 minutes. Now it's dry. I will let it cool for some times before storing it in an airtight container. Seeing the color of biscuits, I thought maybe I should have taken it out before a minute or two. Anyway, I will improvise it next time and share that recipe too. But my son was so happy and excited to eat these biscuits. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful at least to some extent. And I believe this will inspire you as well to repurpose your kitchen scraps without disposing it. Taking this simple action will not only save our money, but in the bigger picture, it will help in reducing the environmental impact due to the food waste.